Well, alright then, welcome back to STRAFE. Our last run went pretty well, considering we're operating on basically no sleep. A fact that I know quite well because I'm recording this one immediately after recording the previous one. So, still, no sleep time. But we won that one, and if we win this one as well, that'll be a good indication that maybe we can play this game well, which we need to do if we're going to do those last challenges. It's also an indication that nobody in the hotel is yet annoyed with me doing this. Not that there's any reason to be, you know, you put the headphones on. You know, people talking in a hotel room is not unusual or anything. That was pretty bad barrel. Just let all that happen. Yeah, I would only actually be causing any kind of trouble if the walls here were super thin. You know, it's more likely that my hair is going to cause trouble because yeah, it's something that happens when you dye your hair for the first week or so. It just bleeds everywhere, much like this. Thank you for the illustration. Except it's purple, which most things don't bleed purple. I know that's Twitch tries to make that part of their branding and whatnot, being a really invested member of the community of bleed purple and whatnot. Things don't actually do that. It's kind of amusing in a very boring markety kind of way, but my last job, my last full-time job before heading to school, was a software company that will remain nameless, mostly out of a mutual interest. I don't really care to be associated with them, but they probably don't want to be associated with me either. Where the hell are we going? This is where we're going. I mean, it's not that it's anything bad or whatnot, it's just, you know, keep it on the DL. But, you know, their brand color is purple. And then, you know, doing Twitch stuff, naturally their color is purple, and then the university that I'm going to for grad school, their color is purple. It's I can't, even if I didn't dye my hair, I can't escape the color. But none of those things actually make you bleed purple. The purple bleeding is the hair, which means that it gets on every towel, every bed sheet. It's everywhere. And I can not wash my hair. That will avoid it for a little bit. It'll still kind of stain a pillowcase. It's if I stayed over at a friend's house, or in the process of doing this whole move, it's a secret room, and we put a towel on the pillowcase, so we're not gonna stain the, I didn't want to stain a pillowcase. That's rude. You know, that's being a bad guest. The hotel, I don't care, because they will literally bleach everything anyway. So just go ahead. But you know, when it's a friend, it's you're creating extra work for them. You're probably not sleeping on something that's, you know, bleachable. It's not completely white. That is why all hotel linens are just white, because you can just dump them in a vat of bleach and you're good. Where the heck was the secret? Oh, here it is. It's 30 armor, but it's still better than 0. But anywho, so yeah, I don't really mind, you know, that my hair bleeds on hotel stuff. But the hotel might mind, and I'm still waiting for that one day where, you know, the hotel's just we're gonna, you know, charge you a bunch more because your hair is purple. You know? And then I'll be upset but not actually do anything about it. Because, you know, you can take the girl out of the Pacific Northwest, but you can't take the Pacific Northwest out of a girl. Wow, that barrel. We're just gonna leave y'all down there. Since we don't need to go down there. Oh. Okay. That is obnoxious. So anytime that we hit that food dispenser, this is going to go up and down. It's a food ride. Come on. Off to a slow start. Safe to say. Off to a slow start. We have enough scrap for half an armor. A little bit of food, but not much. Yeah, just jump right into the fire. Much appreciated. Had to let another turret out. No secrets here. The grenades, like, they never seem to hit multiple enemies. They just don't. Right now I'm actually hoping we can, like, goad some enemies into coming, like, over this way. Like, jump down, come in towards the scrap, or towards this acid. Nope. There we go. I want you to come over here, and then die. And then die. Just like that. So now we don't have to worry about the acid anymore. I think that's the one that we don't want. I think this is like the heavy chain gun thing. But you know what? We have a few sidearms, and we have a crafting table nearby. So if we don't like it, we can just recycle it and get some extra scrap. Yeah, this is not what we want. We can use it for now, or not. I think we'll just switch to using other weapons until they're exhausted. I mean, it works. It still kills things. It's just inefficient. And it takes forever to reload. I mean, yes, it gives you a much larger clip. But look, like, it spreads so much. You know, it's worse spread than a shotgun. You can't have a rifle that's out-choked by a shotgun. That's just like, that's not legal. You can't justify that. Let's take in a little more armor. Got a couple shots remaining on our sidearms, both of them stock weapons, as it happens. Take that turret. No secret. Another somewhat useless grenade, but it did do damage, so can't complain too hard. And finally, the Liechtenstein machine. Spotted it kind of late. Scrap bin. Gotta control the burst fire. That's how you do it. That puts us at 150. So if we only want one item, we can buy anything from the shop. And we might be able to get something else from Liechtenstein. There's 2 pilots. So anyway, now that we're doing something mindless, let's get back to the important topic at hand. How do you decide when a hotel is like, well, better way to phrase it, how do you decide how to rank hotels? So I touched on this and then got distracted. I'm just kind of out of it enough to lose the train of thought entirely, but it's like the place that I'm staying in right now, it's not horrible. Yeah, it's perfectly serviceable. I don't, feel sketched out about it. Even though the parking garage is like, it's too well lit. Otherwise, it would be like, a Deep Throat kind of situation. Not the movie, the Political Informer. The Watergate figure. You would expect someone in a trench coat to be providing surreptitious information. So we can do shield and airbud if we're willing to sell a little scrap. Let's do that. We'll be selling a lot of scrap, but we'll try and make it up on the back end. Yeah, like I've stayed at some really sketchy places. I haven't stayed at any like super nice ones. I've definitely stayed at nice places. Like there was one when my family we went to Times Square for my brother's 18th birthday. Went to see Rent off Broadway, which is hilarious because beforehand my parents were like, "There's a lot of LGBT kind of content in this," and I'm like, I didn't need to be warned about that, but I didn't say that at the time. Yeah, so like we stayed at a fairly nice place when we did that. It wasn't super fancy, but I mean, come on, it's New York City. And I've actually stayed at a pretty decent hotel here. Although it had like a really weird kind of layout. Like they described it as, I think it was like European style or something like that, which basically meant that the bathroom was just open to the rest of the space. Like you could see the toilet from the bed. And not because you could see through the door. There just was no door. Which, it's totally fine when you're alone. Like, I was just crashing there for a week, visiting the town. I didn't care. And any bit beyond like this is unusual. Like that's a sort of curiosity more than a caring necessarily. I can't imagine, you know, going on a trip with somebody and you pick that hotel. Like there's gonna be at least one uncomfortable moment. And it's either like when you realize what's going on or when you don't realize what's going on and you decide to just kind of go with it, and then it becomes a situation. But I don't know, maybe like, you know, some groups are just more at ease with that. Maybe that's why it's European style. It's just, you know, people are perfectly okay with seeing each other poo. Who knows? I've never been to Europe. I don't know their poo standards. This is like the first time I'm gonna be out of the country for an extended period of time. You know, I've been to Canada, you know, even as a child. The first time I came, I got tonsillitis, actually, so that kind of sucked. It's also kind of just a cool story. What are you? Ooh, oh no, I think I understand the secondary fire now. That was way too close. No, we're not gonna test it yet. We're just gonna destroy you. I mean, it sucked because it kind of ruined the vacation, but it was also like, if I were a Canadian citizen, I wouldn't have tonsils. Like, that's an odd indictment of America right there. But, you know, that happened, and then I didn't visit for like well over a decade. And then I just kind of visited Niagara Falls sort of on a whim. And then, you know, at this point, like, I'm here for a year, basically. Like, I'm a fake Canadian. Which, I think I would do a good job being a fake Canadian. I don't know. I don't know how one would give themselves away as a real or fake Canadian. I don't think I have like an accent problem, if you will. Like, I don't think my voice would give me away. You know, it's not like I have a strong Texan accent or anything. I can't even put one on. Not really. I probably have like a little bit of like Pacific Northwest to my voice. I keep getting things that are just hovering in midair. But then, like, I could be from Vancouver instead of, you know, Seattle or Portland. So even that's not like a guarantee. I feel like either Southern or like strongly Appalachian. Those are the only accents that you could be like, yep, definitely American. Even a Midwest, that, you know, that could be from Manitoba, you know. Or like if they have a Newfoundland accent, then you can be like, you know, definitely Canadian. Let's gather up the scrap. We are really low on machine gun ammo. We need to be careful of that. You know what? We have the table nearby. We know that because we can still hear it. And it's nearby, but we have to kind of go around. It wasn't so much nearby as incredibly loud. But what we can do is pick up a little more armor, lose a bunch of it to the fire, and then get some ammo. So now we're at 19 clips. And we maybe should have gone and undone the alt fire, but too late for that. Yeah, now I'm bouncing around between the idea of hotel quality and my qualifications or ability to pretend to be Canadian. I don't think I have ADD, but I don't know. I think ADD is like way worse than this. This is just the difficulties of trying to, you know, ramble on about stuff while playing a video game. And of course the game decided to lag as we enter the Black Canyon. It doesn't happen every run, but it does seem to happen. So anyway, my thought on, yep, guided missile. So that has potential to be very good, but we have to get a sense of controlling it. Secret. Armor. Very nice little find there. That is a brick. That is another secret. Food this time. So we're full up. This is just gonna be a big chaotic arena in like 30 seconds. It's not yet. Like, we have not begun to chaos. Because this brick has to pop up. Which means popping this out. And there's a harvester over there. And a second brick, if I saw correctly. That one's done. Let's reload the machine gun. Yep, there's another brick and a floater fountain and Airbud in the way. And now we're running away. Okay, brick down. Headshot. Lovely. Style points. And ammo. Not as chaotic as I expected. Still a little bit of madness, but more manageable. Shot you in the butt. And you dropped your money in the acid. We could have used that money. Yeah, that money could be exchanged for goods and services. Don't know where exactly that was. So it could be anywhere. Oh, it's right there. By anywhere, I mean right there. Okay, that's that bin. We can do our next half armor when the time comes, which will be the end of the level. That's always the time. Acid. I hate acid enemies. Thank you, shield. Almost forgot that we had it, because we had so many cases where the shield could not save us. No, shotgun. Do not rocket launcher those grunts. It's a little overkill. Deliver this pretty easily. That better not be a brick in the acid. If it is, I don't know that it would even, like, set off. Spin views are in the fire. Good thing we can nab it. There we go. Using that special fire for good, not self-damage. Going very slow this run. Like, I can only apologize. It's not like the levels are even like, particularly big. It's just that we're making stupid maneuvers like that. You know, taking damage that we very much should not be. Should maybe be sleeping instead of playing a video game. That's the first time in history anyone's ever said that. No one ever goes around spending all their waking hours playing a video game when they should be resting. That's totally not a thing humans do. This is an anomaly that we've studied for centuries. What are you doing here? You're dying, that's what you're doing. That's not a brick. Give me that scrap. Whoop. Oh. There we go. Run away. Damage up, finally. We hadn't gotten enough of those. We're not operating on like a high-powered upgrade. Like our last run with the shotgun had the double barrel. And that's a pretty good damage dealer. Not the best, of course, but it's pretty potent, pretty consistent. You just need the aim. Blam. The machine gun, at least as it stands, not super potent. We need to get like the explosive variant, the strafe gun. I think that's what it's called. It's just the strafe gun. Or we need the nail gun. So I believe that's another option for the machine gun. And it's also pretty good. But it's no spin fuser, man. Should just go railgun every run. Try to hold out until we get the good stuff. Oh, hello. Ah, missed it. Oh well. At least this time we realized what it was. we understood what was happening as it happened, instead of just watching it go by and be like, oh right, that was the thing. Thank you, shield. Now what's in the shop? We have 195, rather. So we can get reload blast and extra shoots. So now we're getting all sorts of just extra firepower when we fire. It's sort of a damage up. Sort of and sort of not all at once. But we'll take it. Actually a lot of food, so we're back to full health. And half armor. Almost made par on that one. We're still pretty slow, but we almost made par. Let's see. I don't think that's a brick. Okay, those were floaters. Yeah. So there's this thing. That's a brick. So now we have to deal with one of those. We have another floater. Alright. Let's do some machine gunning. Oh boy. Well, we have a nail gun. Nail gun is good for aiming when we can't. So this will help us clear out some of the riffraff. How we got onto the bridge there, I don't know. I'm not going to complain, but I am curious. Out of the way here, bud. There we go. I have this to destroy. It didn't destroy. I swear those fountains are just like impervious to secondary weapons. But hey, we got everything sorted out now. Got a lot of ammo just there. Finally pop that harvester. Looks like we're going down. Down that away. Anything? Nope. Okay. Let's carry on. And which way is it? This way. Oh yes, grenade launcher. Those things are potent. I don't think that desperation move did anything particularly strong. It was more just kinda cool, almost, to shove it in the guy's face and watch him explode. How are you not dead? How are we not dead? How is life a thing? How is life a thing that happens in this universe? It makes no sense. But those things don't live anymore, so sucks to be them. No ammo. Nothing in there. Any secrets? No secrets. Nope, no secrets. Blam. Blam. That's that all taken care of. No food. Had to keep jumping around, making it difficult. Okay. Maybe I should remember that those things explode. And you don't want to be standing near them. That'll be a very helpful thing to remember. Yes, there was a scrap bin. We're going to be just short of getting full armor. Unless we find like a tiny bit more scrap somewhere. Which we should, because I think there are enemies after the last wall. Excuse me. It's like one of you has to drop scrap. Just one. That's all I ask. Nope, none of them did. Are there even any enemies left? I think not. The music stopped. It's so sad. I mean, look, we are literally like 75 away. And we weren't anywhere close to hitting par on that one. That would have been the embarrassment. If we were like basically at par and then just threw it away looking for scrap. That would have been just tragic. So the extra shots when you shoot, I don't notice them being especially valuable. But I have a feeling that it's one of those items that you don't quite notice, but it helps anyway. You know, that category of if you notice it, something's wrong. You know, it's like the IT department of pickups. I think that box had something, and the reload blast literally knocked it to the other side of the room. Boom. Now we have the scrap that we need. Just a moment too late. Take damage whenever possible. Take damage up whenever possible. Don't take damage. Nothing in there. Stat boost. Oh, it actually worked that time. We have the King Skeletor. Yeah, not a super impressive secret weapon. It looks cool. But as like an actual weapon, it's sort of just okay. Thank you, shield. Although you couldn't really save us from the aftermath. Like, that was good weapon. It's a cool weapon. I'll have to, you know, be specific. I don't know that it's necessarily good on a gameplay front, but it is cool. And this is a game where cool counts for something. So, you know, don't... What did we get? Did we hit on Airbud? Did we actually hit that barrel on Airbud? Because if so, like, I'm never picking up Airbud again. You're retired. You know, we're retiring you from the force. So that's just not allowed. Thank you, Shield. Shield knows what it's doing. Like, Shield has its stuff together. And same with Reload Blast, although Reload Blast is really just kind of... It knows when to do its thing and when to hold back, you know? And that's appreciated, but it does make it a little bit of an unsung hero. We're not gonna have enough scrap for... Oh no, we do. Thought we were gonna be just short, but nope. We are good there. So we're kind of low health-wise because of a dumb mistake on our part, but I think we're okay armor-wise for sure. 444. Secrets 100%. We found every secret. There must not have been a lot of secrets. So what did we find? We found the weapon. And that was it. You know, we went hunting for a secret room. Some food or free armor or whatever. Bye-bye, Airbud. Airbud will come back. Airbud always comes back. It's like a dog in that way. Like a dog with a gun on it. Alright. So far I think like the one big downside of doing these just straightforward practice style runs is that they're straightforward. Like there's not much you can really add on the commentary front. That's going to explode. Yep. I mean, the run is going well. There's one upside. That's where the secret switch is like always supposed to be, and there isn't one. So I'm immediately wondering if maybe there's a secret somewhere else in this immediate vicinity. You got rid of the one that's always there and doesn't do anything, so do you maybe have one that isn't there and does something? Because that would be really annoying. To have something beneficial that doesn't exist. Just non-stop shooting. We should really like go back to consider if we want to drop our secondary. Yeah, because we still have that option. And it might be preferable? Who knows? It's like we're clearly not using it. But is that just because, like, we don't know the right way to use it? Is it because explosives kinda suck? Like, they're not as good as you would really expect explosives to be? Not for a lack of doing damage, just for a lack of, like, explosion radius or whatnot. I mean, we have to decide now because we're totally taking that one. You know what? We're just gonna take this. And, we'll deal with having a secondary that we don't really like. Because we'll have a primary that we do. Yep. Triple shot. Triple shot's nice. And there's a secret panel. Sounded like it opened up somewhere down in here. Which doesn't seem to narrow it down very much. There's another secret panel too, so we got some hunting to do. That was not much of a hunt. But of course that means I have to find another secret room. We know what it goes to. You know, it was this. That's the secret room. Oh, womp womp. Nothing in there. And we have 95, so can't take thrusters. Retro rockets without double jump is just kind of pointless, so we're not going to take anything. A little slow, but not too bad. 99. Triple shot means you got a clip. You really got a clip going. We still have some explosive kinds of weaponry. A little early to be hoarding, but we want to just throw a lot of stuff at the final boss and get it over with. You want to just like get through it, not necessarily as fast as possible, but you don't want to give it an opportunity to mess with your day. Especially with how the room gets with the blood flood. If you don't have steroids, it's just kind of annoying. You were ignoring. Nope. I really just had the inkling that there would be a secret weapon there. Of course, it was based on precisely nothing, but at least now we know. What is this one? Let's give it a go. See what it is. I don't even know if it's a primary or a secondary. Let's get out of the water. No, it's definitely a secondary. Snazzy. So I guess if we have a chance to do railgun style fire, we can do some serious railgun style fire. It takes 60 shots, so do be mindful of that before deploying. Nothing. There it is. It's just food. I mean, those food seekers would be lovely if they contributed to the overheal and whatnot, but they don't, so it's just kind of a thing. Is this... Okay, this is going to be a large level. I can already tell. There, bud, you okay? You okay, there, bud? You need a hand? I mean, you shouldn't. You're supposed to be great at giving high fives. There you go. See? You can solve your problems if you just believe in yourself. Yeah, that looks like a seam, but I know it's just texture. That is where we're ultimately going. So this is where we are penultimately going. Into the house. It's a very big house. That should be said. That or we are like very tiny people. Were you standing right there just the whole time? Because how dare you? Looks like everything. So let's take that fuse. And a little cash. Good. Now buy whatever we want from the shop. When we hit that again. This gets wasted. Honestly, that corner was where we came from. Oh well. Let's see if we can find that secret room again. The one that we unlocked and we're all sad about. Because now we need food. Was it down here? Yes. Yes, it was. Now we can actually carry on and complete this level. Shield. Just grind these things up so we don't have to worry about them. 6:15. This is a bit slower. It's not super slow, but to be over 50 going to Athena, that feels a little slow. It feels like we could do better. We probably should have done better by this point. But hey, we have enough scrap. We can get full armor when we find it. When we find a bench. So that's always good news. How are we doing stats wise? There's an actual question for damage or fire rate. I'm gonna take fire rate. And of course, now we're gonna find nothing but fire rate capsules the entire rest of the run. Because that's how it goes. But it sort of feels like our per shot damage, thank you shield, is doing well enough. We just need to, you know, pump a lot into enemies and we're okay. Yeah, I feel like we're doing okay. Airbud also really contributing to the party. Why do things happen? Why things? Why happening? Where your scrap went? Yep, he didn't get crushed, just came back. I mean, that really should have crushed him. Kind of, you know, ran over his entire body. It's hard not to be crushed by someone that runs you over. Is this the right weapon for it? Apparently. Grenade, not best approach. Now we've used up our grenade launcher, so that's unfortunate. I feel like, I mean, that clearly homes in to the nearest enemy and just kind of chews them up. Feels a little ineffective, almost. Or maybe it's just that one time, who knows. I expected more chewing. You know, it's like you're almost trying to swallow it whole, and that's not healthy. It wasn't this far back. There it is. That's actually good. We're pretty low overall. Nope, that wasn't a panel. There's the checkpoint, and there's the crafting table. Finally. And there's the exit. So we're just like in the... It's freaking everything we ever wanted, right here. The only downside being there are also enemies. But these are pretty easy ones to chew up when you have triple shot, so yeah, we're doing okay. We even get a little bit more, money. A little bit of stat boost. Is it food? No, it's armor. So he didn't even have to buy all the armor that we bought. Could have had some of it for free. Yeah, can't even take it. So our fortunes are starting to turn around. Plenty of money, 205. Plenty of scrap. Health's almost full, armor is full. Ammo's almost full. I think we'll be okay. There goes the little jobby. I mean, do you think it's possible? That's always possible. But now we gotta sit you down and then Airbud will kill you because Airbud feels no shame. You know, be like, Airbud, don't do it. Little Jobby's our friend. But Airbud's just like, I am programmed to destroy. I'm also realizing that thanks to our, thank you, shield. Thanks to our early purchase of that extra shoots, this is not a triple burst fire. This is a quad burst fire, or at least occasionally quad burst. So that's a whole lot of shoot. We still don't have rain gear. For a while we were getting it very often. Now it seems to be more of a rarity. Two threats detected. There's one. You are not an original threat, so still one detected. I detect a secret room. That's not what they meant, but refills our armor. So I'll take it. We'll just override. Of course, you know, shotgunning those things in the face. Not enough to just blast them in one go. Alright, that's a grenade launcher. Be conservative with using the grenade launcher. Because there's a list of things you want to explode and you're not on it. And shop time. 240 credits. We can get double jump. Scrap pull. We'll definitely get double jump. You know what, we might as well get the cheaper secondary. Might like encourage us to use it a little more. Did we pick it up? We picked it up. This doesn't show up. If we didn't spend that time jerking around, we probably would have had par. Oh, the lessons you learn, the lessons you learn. Fortunately, we are just, like, stupid strong. So it's kind of whatever. I hear you, scientist. Make yourself known, so I can kill you. There we go. That's another hostile removed. Removing hostiles in hostile fashions. Of course, I say that and I know what I mean, but I also imagine just like a fashion line that's meant to be hostile. Like it's meant to be... I would say it was meant to be uncomfortable to wear, as though that were a novelty. Like that's most clothing. At least for women. A lot of it is just like, how can we make this unpleasant? But in a stylish way. And then how can we make this unpleasant and screw being stylish? We're just gonna focus on, you know, do one thing and do it well. I swear these chambers are getting bigger and bigger. Thank you, shield. Okay, what is this? 5 left or something like that? It's like a decent number. Three left. One left. And it's probably a wall hugger somewhere. So we're not going to worry about it. Those squishy boys can go do their own thing. That shot just go through a grunt? Because if so, I have my new favorite weapon. Alright. I thought that was a bit of scrap inexplicably stuck to the ceiling. But nope, it's a sprinkler system. Which is a little weird in its own way, considering there's a river and a baddie, but the shield took care of that. We're done with this segment, we're not done with the floor. But we got pretty good firepower, so not concerned necessarily. Hello. I nearly got us some armor before leaving the last sector, but in hindsight that would have been a mistake. So we would have just bought a 20 piece, then now we would need like another. Is this the exit? Yeah. Alright, so let's head back. And get kitted out for the final fight. Head all the way back here. We don't need a lot. That's the thing. It will take a full there, and I guess we could take some ammo, but honestly, I don't think we need it. We're in a very good position. This will be an easy boss fight. If we can actually pick up the ammo that we purchased. You know, that's part of the whole commercial trade idea right there. They don't exactly have a better business bureau out here, so couldn't really do something about it. But yeah, we're starting to see a certain consistency. Unfortunately, part of that consistency is we usually hit a point somewhere that we nearly die, so we need to avoid doing that. Thank you, shield. Does not seem to do anything about the turrets, though. No, we wanted to scroll upwards from the looks of it. 4 for 4. And then a pistol. Not quite what we're after, but... 2. Oh, so close. And now we're gonna get the blood flood. Probably pretty soon. Yep, there we go. Whoa, okay. Don't know what popped us up, but... You know, it might have been that missile. Yeah. Shield kept us from feeling that one, but definitely happened. And this will do that. Okay, we keep getting sidearms that we don't want. So we gotta use those up. Then we'll just get out of here. How dare you? That doesn't do anything. I wonder what happens if you try to go back into the teleporter. You know, we've won the run, let's find out. Literally nothing. Okay. That would be a great opportunity for like a New Game Plus kind of thing. Just saying, devs. Start off from the Icarus with all the stats that you have, including your health and your items and all that. That'd be an interesting thing, you know, if they ever want to do that. But that's not in the game for now, so we're done. Another win in the books. So, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, a like would be appreciated. Subscribe doubly so. By the way, we're returning home. Ta-ta for now.